Hello everyone, and welcome to the Bronx Journal. I am your guest host, Trent Love. My guest is the founder of Church Alive Community Church, and he is here to talk about how his ministry is making a real difference in the Bronx. Bishop Dr. Timothy Birkett, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, Trent.
Now, for over the past 30 years or so, I've known, and a lot of us know, all the wonderful work that Church Alive is doing in the community.
Right.
But why don't you tell us all how it began?
Well, it began about in the 80s, early 80s. I was then the executive director for the Council of Churches for the City of New York. My directorship was for the Bronx. And the object was to bring churches together to meet the holistic needs of the people of the Bronx. And right after that, helping churches to do that, God spoke to me and said, it's time for you to start your own church. So we pondered, and finally we got the inspiration, Church Alive, meaning the church should be relevant, it should be alive, and it should be holistic. And so we take a holistic approach.
Well, what is Church Alive doing during this holiday season? That's what we're here to talk about.
Well, we're doing a lot of things, and over the years we've made an impact on the lives of people in a very unique way. And for Thanksgiving, of course, we're going to have Thanksgiving dinner, and we look at from 5 maybe to 600 people for Thanksgiving. But we're going to add a new dimension for the Thanksgiving dinner, is that prior to that, we're going to give out love boxes.
Love boxes?
Yeah.
What are love boxes?
Well, love boxes are for people who are shut in, families that are shut in, families who are going through, the elderly in many cases. We actually take a box of love, a box of food, and we deliver it to the homes of these individuals, and we make sure that they get it, and we make sure that we connect with them. And then at the church on the 20th, because this is the diabetes month.
That's right,
and
November.
It's really bad in the Bronx. We give free screening. And also we make available diabetic shoes and personal diabetic screening apparatuses for all those who have diabetes. And so it's a really holistic.
Well, how are you spreading the word?
Well, we're spreading the word to BronxNet. As you know, I've been on BronxNet since 1987.
That's right.
And I'm proud to be there because we won about 13 awards now for television programming. But BronxNet has been a really a special place to reach out to the community.
What are you doing for, say, the homeless or the shelters? And is there any kind of outreach to them as well to include them in the holidays?
Yes, there is. We go to the shelters, we give out flyers, and we let them know that we do have the food packages, and we do have the Thanksgiving dinner, and we do have clothing, winter clothing for those in the shelter and those who are homeless. And so we make a special effort to go into the community and find those persons.
Now, let's talk about for the month of December. It's a very special time. I've had the honor and privilege of working together with you in the month of June, along with the Fathers and Families Coalition of America.
Right.
And we've had the opportunity to be able to present a national town hall meeting, successful, live event. And we made a pledge to continue to support fathers and families and strengthen the family structure. So what are we doing in the month of December to be able to strengthen the families? Well,
I think I'm glad you said we, because this has been something special that we put together, and I know we're going to be doing something not only with incarcerated parents, but we're also going to be doing something with those military service people. But let's talk quickly about the incarcerated. We have a lot of parents of children that are incarcerated, so we're going to purchase toys in lieu of the parents who can't, and give them to their children. And also a letter from the incarcerated parent, mother or father, and also have that read to the children while we give them a present for that incarcerated mother or father, okay?
What is that program called? Is that the Angel Tree program?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, Angel Tree program.
Yes, very special program. I mean, it's over, I would say, 5-6 years now that we've been participating in it, and it's really a very sensitive, rewarding. And then we follow up. We visit the families to find out how the kids are doing. We try to work with those extended family members who are taking care of the children to see that they have all the assistance that's necessary.
And how do they get these gifts? Where do they come from?
Well, that's good because we have a lot of folk watching and they're wondering,
Yes.
what can I do to make a difference? And we asked them out to contact us that we can get the gifts. Sometimes we run short or we don't have the proper gift. But we know that there are many Bronxites out there that are watching this that are saying, you know, this is something. All of us have somebody who was incarcerated at one time, so we know what it's like. Or we have somebody that is incarcerated right now, and we know the children are the losers in this terrible situation. We can make a difference by giving that child a present in lieu of what the parent would like to do.
That's right, we really can.
Yeah.
And as everybody is aware, especially during these holiday times in the month of November, we like to do something special with the veterans. You know, we definitely don't want to forget about them. We did speak about that you have some programs geared toward the incarcerated. But wouldn't it be wonderful if we could do something to outreach to the veterans during this time as well? What do you think about that?
Well, we're going to do that. I join with you in that. Any effort I can do to make that possible. These men and women are out there fighting for us, taking care of making sure we have the freedom that we have. We have to reward them, not from the government, but from us, everyday people. Yeah.
Okay. Well, what do you say we create some kind of caring message and be able to get that out on Lehman campus and allow the opportunity to have people come in and share some motivating thoughts and keep the families together that way and share a moment. This
is great, and a tremendous opportunity for the students at Lehman College to engage themselves in something that's so worthwhile, and I think that would be great. I want to mention what the New York Yankees are doing.
Let's talk about the New York Yankees. Let's
I'm
talk
excited about that because Christmas time really is a very special time. And we have so many people that this year, unemployed, are going to be struggling. And every year for the last 4 or 5 years, I've worked with the New York Yankees to collect food from their fans, 70 tons of food, and then give it out from Kingsbridge Armory, and we're going to need a lot of...
That's right across the street from Lehman.
And we're going to need a lot of the students from Lehman College to help us to distribute the food, and we have done a marvelous job, and we thank the Yankees for really putting this all together. This year we're looking at maybe 70 or 700 tons of food to come in, distributed across the Bronx, and it really makes a difference.
There's so many programs and ways that you can get involved.
Yeah.
Are you looking for any other sponsors, or what do they have to do, or who do they have to write to in order to get more information about how they could be involved in celebrating the holidays with your ministry and Church Alive?
Thank you very much for that. Yes, they can contact us at Church Alive. I'm going to give you a telephone number. It's easier than an address. It's 718-993-3338. And my extension, they can get directly to me, is extension 207. So that's 718-993-3338 and extension 207. I need volunteers, we need donations, and we need organizations and companies to join with us because the need this year is going to be greater than any other time. Thank you.
Do you have any last comment that you would like the audiences out here to know on the Bronx Journal and to be able to share?
Yes, I would. I want to thank all of those who've been watching Church Alive on BronxNet Cable on Channel 70 for the last 23 years. And I want to thank them because they have really encouraged me to continue to do the kind of shows that they could be, their resources and services that they could benefit from. And I want to thank all those. Thank you.
Well, you'll definitely see me involved and continue to be involved with Church Alive.
Yeah, right.
I'm sure that there are many Yankee ball players that will be there as well.
Yes.
My nephew is a ball boy.
Yeah, A-Rod was there last year,
spectacular
Sabathia was there last year, and we expect Jeter this year. They're right there. And for every person that brings the food to Yankee Stadium, they get baseball tickets.
Well, excellent.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming to the Bronx Journal.
Thank you very much.
We thank you, Dr. Timothy Birkett. And stay tuned, everybody, for more on the Bronx Journal. Stay right there.